All right, I promise we'll have a good laugh in the 4 p.m. video, but this one's a little more serious. It's covering what's going on with a current apocalypse and the hashtag YouTube Wake Up movement, which is primarily driven by one man who happened to go viral in one video, which was exposing a reasonable controversy that has now led Nestle, Disney, Epic Games, the makers of Fortnite, to all pull pre-roll ads from YouTube. As far as I can tell, we've got another apocalypse on our hands, and this time it's a little more complex than, say, somebody filming a dead body in a Japanese suicide forest or some other type of controversy. This time it's one that's almost impossible to detect and will be almost impossible to police, and that is pedos finding YouTube videos with kids in them, and then using the comment section to timestamp those sections of the video that might be interesting to creeps. If you followed the channel for a long time, you know I was actually involved in a bit of a crusade myself against Hasbro to get convicted predators out of the Magic the Gathering Judge program after finding more than a dozen that had been convicted of horrendous crimes and continued to hold positions of power over children at local events. So this topic is one that is near and dear to me, but not everyone is exactly happy about it because, well, where I'm from, there's a thing called overplaying your hand, and I think that's exactly what this YouTuber has done in his expose. So at the beginning, there was a YouTuber whose name's Matt Watson, I believe, and he put out a video about essentially going down a rabbit hole of videos where there were all sorts of timestamps in the videos, and you click on the timestamp and it takes you again to some creepy time, freeze frame of a kid maybe just playing on the beach or something. These are not necessarily videos that are produced for creeps, but the creeps find them in whatever weird network they hang out in, and then they timestamp the comment sections, and then other creeps come and do whatever it is that they do with those. Some of these people were also re-uploading these videos with the same timestamps to their own channels to preserve their sick gratification in case the original ever was downloaded. It seemed like a pretty genuine concern, I believe, in the beginning. But it started to piss off some other YouTubers because, well, you'll see. I want to talk about first some of the articles covering this. You'll see YouTubers fear looming adpocalypse after child exploitation controversy. YouTube creators are worried that a catastrophic drop in ad revenue may be upon them following a new controversy over YouTube's inability to curb predatory behavior in content featuring young children. Now, this is an absurd claim. It's the same claim that Matt Watson is making. It's like blaming every park in America because a crime happened at a park. YouTube is not, quote, facilitating this. People are using basically a public space to do something bad. It's not necessarily YouTube's fault, especially when we're talking about just home videos and stuff like that, things that in and of themselves don't break terms of service. So what are YouTube supposed to do? YouTube users should report these videos to have the comment sections disabled. It would be unfortunate. Could you imagine being a parent and uploading like your family vacation, and all of a sudden you get like 100 timestamps in the comment section? You have no idea why. And then YouTube removes your video. Maybe you just have a family vlog, or you share your kid's dance recital or something like that. I mean, it does open up the broader question about filming your kids, putting them on the internet, because they may be used for these type of things. But I'm not really in a position to judge somebody for doing that or to provide an answer to how to really prevent it. So the controversy sparked again after a video published on February 18th, which went viral, which exposes how bad actors and pedos re-upload and find videos of young children, use the comment section to talk about the kids' bodies, or timestamp parts of the video that makes them in compromising positions. The video landed on the front page of Reddit for hours, and Watson asked viewers to reach out. Now, here is where Matt Watson, I believe, started to overplay his hand and start feeling himself a little bit too much. He started telling his viewers and watchers to reach out to companies whose ads appeared on the videos, like Grammarly, L'Oreal, Maybelline. YouTube responded to the video, stating that although these videos make up a fraction of a percent of videos that violate YouTube's guidelines, it's an issue that the company takes seriously. Companies are already pulling ads in response. Fortnite developer Epic Games has removed all pre-roll ads from YouTube in light of learning the ads were playing in some videos discovered by Watson. Other companies like Peloton and Grammarly have asked YouTube to investigate the situation and are working with independent third parties in their own investigation to see what happens. If enough companies do this, it would have serious implications for everyday YouTube creators. The result is something that creator community refers to as the adpocalypse, a term that originated with the creator community back in 2016. Roberto Blake, a popular YouTube creator commenter, tweeted that Watson's ongoing crusade, including multiple live streams and calls for people to boycott YouTube, is causing more problems. He's purposely trying to usher in another adpocalypse, Blake tweeted. YouTube has problems. Fixing them doesn't mean you go telling people to call up advertisers. This isn't some heroic crusade. It's a vendetta. And there is some interesting back history with Mr. Watson that has led to people saying this. He lied to Keemstar about having a Twitter account. He seemingly hid the fact that he had a previous failed YouTube channel, a YouTube channel where he goes around asking girls to star in his adult film, and at one point drives up to a young girl who's walking on the street, probably 12, 13, 14, I'm not sure exactly how old, and asks her to be in his adult film. So this is a man that has an interesting sense of humor. I don't know what that says about him. It seems like could be just some edgy humor, but he's not exactly a holy roller. He's not exactly squeaky clean himself. And the fact that he hid this fact from people when asked is another interesting development. And why you would lie about having a Twitter account, why you would lie about your other YouTube channel, that's curious. The fact that you are then spamming people, telling people to spam your video, telling people to spam advertisers is, again, an interesting tactic, given that, I mean, like I said, it's like, I don't know. It's just so, this is illogical. The advertisers aren't going to do anything, can't do anything about it. YouTube, to be honest, if you try to understand the problem, it's an impossible task. What if people are into like bearded dudes and there's all sorts of timestamps of my videos when I'm in like different bearded positions? What I mean, close down the comment sections for everybody because of 1,000 people worldwide? No, that's insane. But if this crusade continues to get pushed, well, that's exactly what we're probably going to see. And as a creator, I understand. As a creator who has crusaded against this, I understand where he's coming from. If there weren't multiple live streams afterwards, I don't think people would be saying the stuff about him. And there's other interesting terminology he uses, like the YouTube algorithm is serving up these videos specifically for pedos. I mean, that's the implication. Obviously, that's not the case. If you're looking at a video called like Kids at the Beach and you watch it, you're going to get served other videos called Kids at the Beach. It's not some great conspiracy that, from what I can what I can understand, is being implied here. It's a one-man crusade, which I respect, and I do understand that this is something that needs to get handled. I don't know the answer, though. Again, you're talking about innocuous videos being fetishized by creeps. And, you know, and any reason for The Verge and Forbes and all these websites to write 1,000 articles about how YouTube is cancerous and advertisers should pull out so they can continue to run more ads on themselves, you know? I mean, the first adpocalypse, 2016, YouTube decided to create on promoting family-friendly content following backlash from content creators. Creators like Philip DeFranco were hit pretty hard and called attention to the fact that they could no longer monetize their channels as frequently as before. Then things got worse in 2017 after reports that hateful content running on the platform with ads enabled. Not too long after, YouTube's biggest creator, PewDiePie, in another controversy. The adpocalypse changed the way some content creators approach YouTube. That's absolutely true. I self-censor certain words. Absolutely. And, Watson is calling users and creators to boycott YouTube until the company is able to completely wipe out the predatory content. It's not the content that's predatory. I mean, this is the single dumbest string of logic I've ever heard. Okay, it's one thing having like convicted pedos working for your company, working with children. It's another thing to say that, well, YouTube has some sort of responsibility. What are they going to do? Just ban all videos with minors in them? What if somebody's really into the Marble Madness cover and there's a string of videos where like the 15 people in the world that get off to the Marble Madness cover are timestamping different spots where I'm holding Marble Madness or saying Marble Madness? I mean, it's that absurd to be expecting YouTube to be doing anything. The only logical conclusion here is to continue to flag these videos, and it's unfortunate for people who are just trying to put up regular content, but I understand both Matt Watson's position, but also I understand the content creator's position when you're going on live stream after live stream after live stream collecting super chats. And again, I have put it this way. I believe every single video a YouTube creator puts up, they should try to monetize, because there are videos that people work very hard on that can't get monetized, or they get demonetized, or they get crap ad rates. So I don't ever hold it against anyone for monetizing a video. The only time I really think it's not in good taste to monetize it is, one, if you're covering another YouTuber's death, or two, if you're making like an apology video. These are two videos that make me cringe when you run ads. Really, anybody's death. But, nobody seems to have a problem with it when CNN and Fox and every major news network covers things and runs wall-to-wall commercials. There's a double standard on YouTube about how people run ads, and people may not like my opinion on it, and I purposely don't turn ads on certain videos because I know people wouldn't like it. But my absolute opinion is, if you're a content creator and you are able to get ads on your video, you should absolutely do it in almost every single case. But I'm just saying, this is a guy that is doing endless stream after endless stream, getting, collecting super chats, trying to rile everybody up, even after this thing has already been handled. You can see YouTube replied saying, "We appreciate you raising awareness with your fans and realize that all of us at YouTube are working incredibly hard to root out horrible behavior on our platform. By the way of an update, in the last 48 hours, beyond our normal protections, we've disabled comments on tens of millions of videos." Like, is that what we really wanted? Because a few creeps are misusing a few videos, is that what we want? We want to censor tens of millions of videos? Do we really want to censor 50 million comment sections because a few creeps are misusing a few videos? That's not what I call a solution. We've also terminated over 400 channels for comments they left on videos. That I support. And reported illegal comments to law enforcement. Also support that. There is more to be done, and we continue to grow and keep our team and keep people safe. So the second part of what YouTube did, reporting illegal comments to police and banning users for saying horrible stuff, I 100% support that, and I actually 100% people self-policing that. I don't know if I would be spending my days going through comment sections looking for people to report, but if you see something that's over the line, there's really no harm in reporting it and hoping that the system takes place. This guy, Matt Watson, people don't like him because he appears to be, again, feeling himself a little too much. He got a video with 2 million views. I mean, I probably have no videos with that many views. But when you do endless live stream after endless live stream after endless live stream about a topic, that's probably okay. But when you start saying, spam my video out to everybody, spam it to all the advertisers, get them to pull ads out, boycott, boycott, boycott. That I think is what people are taking issue with, and guys like Keemstar, are taking it out on this Matt Watson kid. I don't know. I don't hate the guy. I think obviously what he's done is bring something important to light, but he overplayed his hand. He's going to war with other content creators, getting mad that people won't retweet his videos. I myself have had probably 100 emails from people saying, cover this, cover this, cover this, cover this, cover this. And, it's being handled. And, I don't think what Matt did is wrong at all. It's interesting that he's, using the same creepy thumbnails, just for hours and hours and hours and hours. The same thing, softcore pedo ring on YouTube. I don't know about that. I don't know. And the idea that you really want media in, and I've seen him make comments like, I don't care if YouTubers lose their ads, go get a job at KFC. Yeah, well, that's spoken like somebody who isn't making a living on YouTube. And you can say YouTube isn't a career all you want. And I myself have said many times that I will never quit my day job. If I had 10 million subscribers, I wouldn't quit my day job because it can go away like that. But I don't think crusading the media and trying to get the same people who constantly write hit pieces against your own community, like The Verge, to write articles is the right way to go about it. But who can say what this kid's real motivations are? I think he's probably just enjoying making a bit of money right now, and I guess I can't hate him for that. But maybe stop crusading advertisers when we already know that YouTube is handling it. And I don't think that there's any real fix for this. It's absurd. Creeps are going to be creeps. You have to live your life. You can't live your life worried about getting struck by lightning. That's no way to live. All right? So let's not make global changes, disable comments on 50 million videos because a few creeps got out of hand. That's my take on it. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. I'm happy to see that some of these people will be getting reported. There's some merit in having a honeypot for these people to collect themselves in and then turn over to the FBI. I don't necessarily hate that, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We already see advertisers pulling out. And that's exactly why I tell people to not quit their day job. I do hope you were entertained, educated by this video. And if you were, please remember to hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you again real soon.